5 a.m. now on WKYT this morning. Lexington police officers telling us that a woman is recovering after she was shot while driving her car.
After nearly 2 weeks away from work, embattled Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis is set to return to her job.
And today, charges are expected for a Jessamine County pet owner accused of leaving nearly 24 dogs in horrible conditions.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. We also have the shooting of a state police trooper in western Kentucky. It is now confirmed to be fatal. We'll have the details shortly. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Welcome in. Today, it is really starting to feel like fall out there.
Yeah, you know, and here we go. The calendar's about to flip, but it does feel chilly out there this morning, and we expect some of that beautiful bright sunshine later on. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, it is your last full week of summer, and we're looking outside. Not really feeling like it, I can promise you that. It's clear skies out and about, and that usually leads to those cool temperatures. Look at your currents right now out at the airports. We're sitting in the mid to upper 40s. It's a chilly start. Kids going off to the bus stop. Maybe a light coat will be needed, and you heading off to your car and taking off this morning off to work. 75 by the afternoon. It's absolutely perfect. I don't see any issues whatsoever. Focus of the forecast as we go throughout the next several days. That mild final week of summer. I'll show you that and when we expect a rain chance, because it's kind of a long time from now. I'll have that in your 7-day, just about 10 minutes.
All right, see you then. Thank you.
We're starting off with breaking news this morning out of western Kentucky. We're told a Kentucky state trooper has been shot along a stretch of highway in Lyon County.
According to KFVS, the station that covers that area, Lyon County authorities say the trooper has been killed. Dispatchers say the trooper was shot at mile marker 49 on Interstate 24. They say they think the suspect is on foot with a passenger or passengers. Police are asking anyone in that area to keep their doors locked and to call 911 if they say anything suspicious. We'll be updating the story as we get additional details this morning. For the first time in nearly 2 weeks, embattled Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis is set to head back to work today.
Davis was first put in jail after, of course, refusing to follow a judge's order to issue marriage licenses. Once she was let out of jail, she took some time off to rest at home. The question still out there, will she and her staff issue licenses today? Hillary Thornton at our live desk with more on this. Hillary, good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. We should know the answer to that question today as Kim Davis returns to work as the Rowan County Clerk, and we will learn if she plans to obey a judge's orders or not. The clerk plans to return to her office this morning for the first time since she was jailed for refusing to issue marriage licenses. Davis was released last week after spending 5 days in the Carter County Detention Center. The federal judge who held her in contempt warned her to not interfere with clerks in her office who are issuing the licenses. Davis's office is scheduled to open at 8 o'clock this morning. Her attorney says she spent this weekend reflecting and thinking very hard about what she will do today. And as of yesterday, he said he did not believe she had made a decision. Now, back on Friday, Davis filed a motion asking the court to let her continue banning licenses from her entire office until a lawsuit against her is settled. Her attorney says the earliest a decision is expected on that is Wednesday morning. At the live desk, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, Hillary, thank you. New this morning, we're tracking the investigation into a shooting here in Lexington. Police are telling us that a woman is recovering after she was shot while driving her car. This all happened about 11:30 last night off Palumbo Drive. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in Hamburg, where the victim was taken before calling police. Mark, what happened there?
Good morning, Bill. Police said that they were checking on a report of gunfire about 5 minutes from here when a woman showed up to the Meyer gas station here in Hamburg with a gunshot wound to her shoulder. Investigators tell us that she called for help, and she is now saying that she and her boyfriend, that they were driving on Bainbridge Court, which is off of Palumbo Drive, around 11:30 last night when the shooting happened. They say that they were looking for apartments when a man who was acting suspicious approached them. According to police, the woman said that she tried to drive away, but the man started shooting, hitting their vehicle 4 to 5 times. The boyfriend was not hit, but she was shot in the shoulder. However, she is expected to recover. Now, the only description of the shooter is that he was wearing a sweatshirt that had a hood on it, as well as jeans. Investigators don't know motive at this time because we're told he didn't say a word to the victims. Now, police have not made any arrests at this point, but they are taking some action. Coming up at 5:30, we'll take a look at how police are responding to the shooting. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Mark. Today, police in Jessamine County plan on filing charges after 19 dogs were found living in just awful conditions this weekend. Animal Control took the dogs from a home on Green Street in Nicholasville Saturday. Authorities tell us the owner should face 19 charges of animal cruelty. Investigators say it'll take a while before the dogs will trust people again.
They are. They're just scared. They haven't had a lot of interaction with humans. The animals there were infested with fleas, worms. We brought a veterinarian on scene who did a brief exam of the dogs. Many of them were found to be anemic.
A very sad situation for those little doggies. They go back to the vet for another visit later today. 15 of the dogs taken straight to the animal shelter and will be available for adoption once they are healthy. The other 4 are being used as evidence and will be up for adoption at a later time.
5:05 now on WKYT this morning, and state police are still trying to track down the person responsible for a murder in Estill County. Troopers found 44-year-old Mickey Randall Riddle dead inside a home on Pea Ridge Road in Irvine on Friday. A neighbor saw a purple van with gold trim near Riddle's home. Around the same time, the 2 shots were fired. Authorities hope to possibly learn more from an autopsy. And happening today, a Lexington woman is expected to change her plea in a case involving a deadly crash. 25-year-old Carolyn Brunig was indicted on charges of manslaughter and driving under the influence in April of 2013 on Weisenberger Road in Scott County. Police say she crashed her car into a tree, killing Scott Gibson. At the time, police say Brunig told them that she was in the back seat and did not know the man who was driving the car.
A Jessamine County family needs your help repairing their home after a weekend fire. It started around 3 o'clock Sunday morning at the home on Florence Court. Crews were able to save most of the home, but one room and a hallway were destroyed. They're still not sure what started the fire. The family has set up a GoFundMe page to help with cost of repairs. We have a link on our website, WKYT.com. A Lexington trail is getting a new addition. Next year, the Legacy Trail will house a 70-foot tall water tank. Our partners at the Herald Leader report that the tank is part of the city's stormwater remediation efforts. The paper says the tank has to be located on the trail because of stormwater runoff. Tuesday, city leaders will meet to discuss the proposed plans to make sure the area around the tank doesn't become an eyesore. The city hopes to add trees, public art, benches, bike racks, and restrooms.
Neighbors around the Chevy Chase area will be meeting tomorrow to discuss the future of the former Romney Road Kroger building. That Kroger closed over the weekend. Company leaders tell us they closed because they had been losing money there since 2008. More than 1,200 people signed an online petition to try and keep it open. Many say they hope another grocery store will soon take its place.
Well, there is a new Miss America this morning. Miss Georgia, Betty Cantrell, took home the crown. Miss Kentucky Lexington native Clark Davis was also one of 52 who completed. Davis was eliminated from the competition, but she had plenty of support from her home state. People gathered at Lafayette High School, her alma mater, to celebrate and watch her compete. All the proceeds from the pageant went to Davis's platform Dyslexia Awareness. Davis was one of the only contestants in this year's program to lend her support to a special education cause.
A nonprofit animal sanctuary is needing help in paying for one of their own to go to school. The Wolf Run Wildlife Sanctuary wants one of their wolf hybrids, Neali, to become a certified therapy dog. Neali is going to school at Sit Mean Sit in Lexington. Once she's certified, Neali can work on a television or movie set. Her training will cost just under $1,000. And if you want to donate to the Wolf Run Wildlife Sanctuary, we have a link to their GoFundMe page at WKYT.com. The additional information available for you there. But, you know, you could be part of maybe creating a star, right?
Yeah, and you can watch that star on the big screen. A very beautiful animal.
Absolutely. Neali, and we'll see what happens in the future. It's good to have you along on WKYT this morning at 5:09, and we're just getting started on your Monday.
A popular video game celebrated a big milestone this weekend. We'll tell you how old Mario is after weather.
Yeah, we're getting into the forecast with clear skies this morning. Warmer weekdays ahead, but that's after the fact that we have pretty nice days today and tomorrow. We'll get into that forecast coming up next.